Hello and welcome to the Go Live with Confidence show. This is a new show from Restream, and in the show we help you increase your confidence, improve your communication and optimize your mindset so that you can go live with confidence. As always, broadcasting to a plethora of different destinations, including Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, Periscope. Oh my goodness, so much. So thank you so much for tuning in. And today we're talking about Clubhouse. Now you might be wondering, why on earth are we talking about Clubhouse? You know, I've actually got Scott Ayres in the room. Great to see you here, Scott. He's saying, is this supposed to be on the Restream channel too? Yes, it is. Now, I know, Scott, you don't seem to be much of a fan of Clubhouse, which is perfectly fine. And in fact, in today's show, one of the reasons I'm talking about Clubhouse is, and don't worry, if you don't know what Clubhouse is, I will be explaining a little bit more in a bit. But I actually think Clubhouse is a good way to improve your confidence before you go down the road of getting in front of the camera, because Clubhouse is audio only. So if you're a little bit scared of getting in front of the camera, Clubhouse is a great way to get started. And I'm also going to talk about how I think you can integrate Clubhouse into your live video strategy. So a lot of people talk about Clubhouse at the moment. Yeah, I can see. God is saying, oh no, not Clubhouse. Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to talk about the pros and cons. Katie Simpson is here. Great to see you, Katie. Hope you're doing well. You were actually on listening into my show earlier, so you're kind of a glutton for punishment, really. I'm going to be talking about very similar things to what I talked about earlier. Oh, fabulous. We've got the wonderful Tish here saying hi. Hi, Ian. Great to see you, Tish. Hope you're doing really well. It was lovely to connect with you the other day. And Katie is a big fan of the music we had, the intro music, which is exciting cinematic music. Listen to those discordant Colenio strings. You can spot a muso there. So, yeah, I would love to know from you watching live, what do you think of Clubhouse? Have you heard of Clubhouse? Does it make you excited? Does it make you feel, yeah, whatever? I don't know. Let me know. But I'm going to be walking through how you can use Clubhouse and the pros and the cons, whether you should be using it at all. And there's not a definite thing there. See, I'm not saying that you have to use that. So let me know. That's interesting. So yes, Scott is saying this is on YouTube via the Restream channel, but not on Facebook. Certainly should be. It should be. Maybe there is some technical problem. We've got some questions here. We've got LCM Network saying, is this iPhone only? At the moment it is, but actually I'd be interested to know whether I couldn't actually get it on Android, but there is an Android app coming soon. They've got developers working on it. They've even got download on Android on their website, but it took me to a dead link, so I don't know. Anthony is asking, what is Clubhouse? It's an audio app. It's all the rage. Everyone seems to be talking about it at the moment. And Martin makes a very good point there, saying, I need to move to a place which has 36 hours per day to use all these platforms. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Scott says, no, even if I was on Android, I wouldn't care for it. Not a fan of FOMO. And yeah, so I'm going to talk about that, because that's definitely one of the disadvantages, Scott. But I am going to talk about some of the positives, and then you can work out what you want to do for that. So please keep those comments coming. We're going to be talking about confidence and how Clubhouse can actually enhance your confidence. That's definitely one of the advantages, I think, with Clubhouse. But there are other ones too as well. So getting ready for the main part of the show. So keep those comments coming. Let me know where in the world you're watching from, and I'll be with you just after this. Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Go Live with Confidence show from Restream. My name's Ian Gray, and in this episode I'm talking about how to get started with the new audio chat app Clubhouse. Why are we talking about Clubhouse on the show? It's all about getting confident with your getting in front of the camera and all that kind of stuff. But enough of that. We'll be with you just after this.
Want to boost your confidence in front of the camera so you can live stream more effectively and communicate with your audience? Get ready for the Go Live with Confidence show. Increase your confidence, improve your communication, and optimize your mindset so you can go live with confidence. This show is powered by Restream. And here's your host, Ian Anderson Gray.
Well, hello, Ian Anderson Gray here. This is the Go Live with Confidence show. And in today's show, I'm going to be talking about how to use Clubhouse. It's all about getting your confidence in front of the camera, increasing your mindset, improving your communication. That's what this show is all about. We go live every Tuesday at 5 p.m. UK time. That's 12 noon Eastern, broadcasting to a plethora of different destinations. And the way I can do that is through the power of Restream. This show is powered by Restream. And if you want to know more about it, I'm just looking for my little button here. Now, where has it gone? There we go. If you want to find out more about Restream, all you need to do is go to iag.me/Restream. Restream is the complete multi-streaming suite for entrepreneurs. I think last week I said it was the complete entrepreneur suite for multi-streamers, but that's the wrong way around. So it's an awesome tool, and it allows you to broadcast to a plethora of different destinations, including Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn Live, Twitch, DLive, Mixcloud, so many. And you can stream from your favorite app, whether it's like ECAMM or OBS, or one of the great ways you can use Restream is what I'm doing today, which is to use Restream Studio. And this is purely through the web. So you can invite guests onto your show, just give them a link, have them on your show. You can have up to 9 guests on the show. It's amazing. So definitely check it out. You can also interact with your audience all around the world on different platforms. I can see we've got some fabulous people watching on the different networks, and I can monitor it. I can highlight them on the screen, which is awesome. So that is Restream. Thank you so much, Restream, for all that you do. And as I say, we go live every Tuesday, 5 p.m. in the UK. That's 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. So awesome. Let's see who we've got in the room watching live. We've got, so Scott Ayres is in the room. We've got, LCM Network saying, is it iPhone only? That's Clubhouse. Yes, it is at the moment, but Android is coming. We've got a question from Anthony saying, what is Clubhouse? So I'm going to tell you more about it, but basically it's an audio chat app. It's kind of live streaming audio in chat rooms. It's kind of a cross between a podcasting app and a party, you could say. I love this from Martin. He says, I need to move to a place that has 36 hours per day to use all these platforms. Totally agree with you. Scott Ayres is not a fan. He says, nope, even if I was on Android, I wouldn't care for it. Not a fan of FOMO. So I'd love to know what you think about it. I'll explain a bit more about it in a bit. The LCM Network says, I've yet to use Clubhouse. I'm not quite sure what that says. On your response, I have an iPhone, yet Clubhouse needs a higher update. Oh, yes, I see what you mean. Yes, you need to be on iOS 13 or 14 to use it, unfortunately. Anthony is watching from Toronto. Awesome. I would love to go to Toronto. We've also got Gary watching from Atlanta here. Happy new follower. Great to see you, Gary. I've learned a ton in the last couple of days listening through to your past episodes. Awesome. Thank you, Gary. That's great to have some positive encouragement on that. Thank you so much. LCM Network says, Restream is amazing. Current user. Oh my goodness. I use Restream for all my shows. Before I even, way before I was doing this show and the Go Live with Restream show I did before the new year. I've been using Restream for years, and it's just amazing the way you can integrate with all the different things. And we've got Anthony saying, I love the live studio. It's so easy to use, isn't it? Tish is from Chicago. Awesome. I've only been to Chicago Airport, so that doesn't really count, Tish, but hope you're doing well. So let me know if you've got any questions. But I think we need to dive in, really. Clubhouse is it's a new exciting app, really, that a lot of people are talking about. I think a lot of people are getting really excited. And I think there's the flip side of that is that because some people are getting really, really excited, it's kind of getting some other people's backs up, and some people are getting like really fed up with it. So yeah, Clubhouse is not live video, but I think it's a really good step towards it, and it's a great way to get better at live video. It's an audio only tool, but I wanted to talk about it on the Go Live with Confidence show because I think it's a great tool as a stepping stone to, it really does help you improve your confidence, I think. So it's a great way of getting comfortable in being live. It's audio only, and there's no replay ability in this. But because of that, it's quite a raw and intimate experience, I think. So I mentioned that the buzz about it is putting some people off. And the other problem is it's quite addictive. Now, I admit I've not got that addicted to it because I've seen the potential of being addicted to it, and I've really tried not to be, and I've just been really, really busy, so I've not actually spent as much time as I would like maybe on Clubhouse. But do be warned, it is addictive, and I have Let's start again. I have seen people seemingly spend all of their waking hours on it. So I think, Martin was saying earlier, he said, I need to move to a place which has 36 hours per day to use all these platforms. I do believe there are some planets in the galaxy that do have longer days. So maybe we all need to move to one of these planets in a different part of our galaxy. But yeah, Let's look at some of the pros and cons. I mean, first of all, you don't need to join. I'm not telling you need to join. But let's talk about the pros and cons and a little bit of the history of it. First of all, it's a social platform. It's an audio chat app, and it's backed by the prestigious venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz. And you can go to the website. It's at clubhouse.co. It is invite only, and that causes part of the excitement and that FOMO that Scott was talking about that he doesn't like. There is definitely a lot of FOMO here with this. And yeah, I'm not a massive fan of that either, but yeah. So that's one. So that's maybe some of the disadvantages we can talk about. It is iOS only for now, but Android is coming. But it's one of the good things about it is it's replacing some of those physical meetups that many of us aren't getting right now because of the crisis in the world. And it's an audio only app. So I think that sometimes that allows us to get on with other stuff while talking with other people in there. You can create or join rooms, and you can chat with others on a particular topic. Now, my friend and amazing marketer, Mark Schaefer, kind of calls it a cross between an audio podcast and a party or a meetup. So Clubhouse. So do keep commenting. I will get back to questions and thoughts and comments and all that kind of stuff in a bit. But let's just go through my advantages. I've got 5 advantages and 5 disadvantages. And I'd love to know what you think about this. So advantage number 1. First of all, you can chat and engage with professionals within your industry, but especially for outside of your network. So I don't know whether any of you remember Google+. Google+ was an amazing network in its day, and it allowed you to connect with people, not people necessarily that you knew, but connected with people that had shared interests. So great way to use Clubhouse is to meet with people who you don't necessarily know, but you've got shared interests, whether that's in marketing or business or gaming or whatever. It's a great way to build those connections. And then you can build those connections not just on Clubhouse, but you can connect outside of it. More about that in a bit, but that's a really cool part of it. So that is number 1. Number 2, and this is one of the things I really love about Clubhouse, it's not so much the spontaneity. I think that can be a disadvantage, but certainly the rawness and the intimacy of it. I'm a big fan of the fact that there aren't any replays, and the fact that actually you just talk in these small rooms, or can be big rooms as well. So they're really kind of quite raw and intimate because there's no recording, because there are no broadcast as such. It's maybe more of a raw and intimate feel to it. It's also great at growing and building your community, and community is the word I'm focusing on this year. So I want to build a community around my live shows. We've got amazing people engaged now. You are amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. You are part of my community. I'm here to serve you. And so I want to build communities around my live shows, but I want to grow my community in a really positive and sustainable way. And so actually you can grow your community on Clubhouse, and you can then obviously bring people back to your live shows. So one idea that I've got is to do a live show like this, and then afterwards we'll then go over to Clubhouse and we can actually chat and have a more of a in-depth chat that we can't get so much on a live video. So we're doing a live show, then Clubhouse. I think that's really good. The only problem with that is that I'm pretty exhausted after a live show, and then going on to Clubhouse afterwards is maybe a bit too much. I don't know. Advantage number 4, a great way of replacing physical events right now, particularly at the moment because we're not able to meet in person, or most of us aren't. And number 5 is that if you host a room, I definitely recommend hosting your own rooms. You can set your own rules. So I mean, my rules are that I want a safe place. I want everyone to feel equal and to contribute. So that's the way I like my rooms. And so you can create your own rules. So those are my 5 advantages. Let's see who we've got here. So Gary is commenting here. He says, I'm preparing to launch a Buddy Boss platform. Are you familiar, and do you have any recommendations if you want to live stream from there daily? Now, you have to maybe explain a little bit more what you're wanting to do there, Gary. So Buddy Boss, as far as I thought was a WordPress theme. And I know they have a lot of other stuff there, but I'm not entirely sure what you're wanting to do there. Are you wanting to live stream to a website or something like that? Let me know. By the way, you don't have to have questions like Gary has. You don't have to have questions specifically about Clubhouse. It could be about anything to do with live streaming as well. I'm happy to answer any of those questions. So maybe if you can clarify that, Gary, I'm not entirely sure what you mean there. So let's move on to some disadvantages. What are the disadvantages? So, and by the way, stick with me, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and show you how I use Clubhouse. Disadvantage 1, it's invite only. So I'm going to show you how you can get an invite, but that's the first one. Number 2 is that it kind of feels sometimes like the same people get to speak. And they're the loud and confident ones. So if you're a little bit shyer or more introverted, sometimes those voices get lost. This is really down to having a good moderator, a good room host. Number 3 disadvantage, potential for cliques and feeling left out. Similar thing maybe to number 2. Number 4 is maybe quite a big disadvantage. It's also an advantage. So it's synchronous. So it requires your time and being there at a specific time. So, Elon Musk was on it the other day. I missed it. It was not at a good time. I was with my family at the time. I wanted to spend time with them. So there is no replay. That's it. It's all gone. Definite FOMO there. No replay. That's a positive thing and a negative thing, really. And number 5, and this is again down to really the room host, how that they do it, but just the way the rooms are set up, it can potentially feel a bit of a them and us kind of feeling, with the important people at the top of the room and kind of like the plebs, the unimportant people at the bottom. And that's not the way it is, but it kind of feels like that sometimes if you're not too careful. So yeah, you just need to be aware of that, I think. So those are the advantages and disadvantages. So Max says, is the giveaway still open? And it absolutely is. So that's just a reminder really about the giveaway. Now, have I got the video working? It might not work today, but let me just, have I got the giveaway up here? No, it is basically, it's confident.live/giveaway. And there's over $15,000 worth of live streaming and podcasting equipment, gear, tools, including a 12-month subscription to Restream. So it is amazing. Let's see if the video, this might not work. And if it doesn't, I'll just let you know a bit more about it.
And now on IAGTV,
it's the Confident Live Marketing Podcast giveaway! Launch your live show in just 10 days with the Launch Your Live course. Get the special Black Edition HEIL PR40 microphone worth $329. Or the Elgato Stream Deck worth $189. Get Restream Pro 12-month subscription worth $490. AGORAPULSE Social Media Management, the large plan worth $1,908. ECAMM Live Pro 12 months worth $349. 12-month subscription to the membership of the Podcast Host Academy. Amy Wood's Content and X book. 12-month subscription to Captivate FM. TubeBuddy subscription to the Legend plan worth $300. 12-month subscription to Wave Video Creator plan. ALITU 6-month subscription worth $200. Free podcast show, intro and outro from Music Radio Creative. Free Jeff C's pop-out video course. Get 12-month subscription to the EASIL Plus plan. And a free book, Podcast Growth by Colin Gray. So there you go. That's to celebrate the 100th episode of my Confident Live Marketing Show. The deadline for that is tomorrow, Wednesday. So just go to confident.live/giveaway to enter that. You just need to comment on that video on Facebook, and then the Facebook Messenger bot will get you to enter that way. So that answers that, I think. And so also just, I think, Gary is just clarifying, it's COVID financial relief platform. I work with relief and foreclosure defense attorneys around the country, and I want to provide help and connections to the appropriate advisors. So yeah, it really depends. So thank you for that. That sounds amazing, Gary. Oh, and you say, just to clarify, sorry, let's 1 second. You say debt relief, not that relief. Yeah, that's fine. I got what you meant there. So yeah, it depends on which platform you're going to go live to. You could go live to, for example, YouTube, and then embed that on the website. I hope that helps. Let me know if there's something I can help with more specifically there. Scott says, "Holy cow, that is a lot of stuff." It totally is. Oh my goodness, it's so exciting. So thank you, Max, for that. Awesome. Right. So now what I'm not going to do as I share my screen in a minute, I'm not going to allow you to listen into any of the rooms. I'm not going to be able to join any rooms from that point of view, because one of the rules is in Clubhouse is that you're not, the founders don't want you to record rooms specifically without the permission of speakers. So technically you can record a room, and I actually did that this morning. I broadcasted partly on Clubhouse and on a live show, but I made it very, very clear to everyone involved that I was broadcasting this live. I wouldn't use Clubhouse in that way, though. I was just using it in that way to just to demonstrate to people how a Clubhouse works. So as I said before, if you go to clubhouse.co, that's how you can sign up. And yeah, how do you join? Well, the first way to join is to get invited. So if you would like to be invited, just maybe put it in the comments or contact me. I've only got 1 or 2 left, but that's the first way you can do it. Or if you download the app, you can reserve your username. And if you have friends already on the app, they might be able to let you in. Now, part of the reason why they're doing it is for scalability, because they want to make sure everyone has a really good experience. But the other thing, of course, is marketing. You know, they want to get that excitement and that FOMO. And so, yeah, that's one of the reasons why they do that. So let's see if the tech is going to work. One of the cool things you can do in Restream is share your screen. But I just want to make sure, yeah, that seems to be working. So let's share my screen in Restream Studio. And I'm bringing in my iPhone using an app called Reflector, but there's loads of different ways you could do this. I'm just happen to be using Reflector. So is this going to work? Let's see. Looks like, oh no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Let's not do that. So stop screen sharing. That's a blog post I was using. So there we go. Yeah, it would help if I shared the right one. So, okay. There we go. So that's my phone on that you should be able to see, and you can see me going up and down there. So this is the Clubhouse app, And the first thing to say is it is a social app. So if I go to my profile there up on the top there, you can see my profile. This looks very similar to the likes of Twitter. So you can see the number of followers I've got, vanity statistics, and then you've got my bio there as well. So yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look through here. So we've got number of followers you're following. Make sure that when you join Clubhouse that you put a photo on there and that you do enter your bio. Really important, because I've had lots of people follow me and I don't know anything about them because they haven't filled out their bios. So I recommend you can click on this and then you can actually edit your bio or update your bio in there. But I would recommend doing that on another app and then copying and pasting it in, because you just got more control over that, particularly with emojis and things like that. So I would do it that way. Make it nice and full. I've got quite some interesting things about myself there. I've just gone into a lot of detail. Make it nice and full. There are no clickable links in your bio, but right at the bottom, you've got your Twitter. You can connect Twitter and Instagram. And Instagram, interestingly, is the way that people connect, or send messages. That's the way you direct message people. So make sure you connected your Instagram there. So yeah, other thing about your bio is do make sure you put in keywords in there that people can search for. So I've got the fact that I'm from the UK, from Manchester. I've got that I'm a live video consultant. I've got all the keywords in there as well. So that's important. As well. So I think I did say, I said that the direct messages happen via Instagram. So you just click on the link there at the bottom, and you can see this is a cool thing. You can see I joined on the 6th of December, and I was nominated by Amy Aram. So that shows you the person who invited you there. So now where have I gone? Let's see. Have I got the wrong one? Okay, that's not good. Did you hear me? Let's see if I'm back. Am I back now? There we go. So I don't know whether you heard any of that. Hopefully that came through. But for some reason my video went away. So let me know if there was any problems there. Max says, I think, is this about the giveaway? I commented, could it have gone into spam? Nothing has come through. So did the Facebook Messenger bot not kick in? Let me know in the comments, and I'll get back to you on that one. Sorry about that. Let's have a look. And Max says, would love to join Clubhouse. So yeah, just go to clubhouse.co, download the app and register your username. And if you want an invite, just get in touch with me. Great. Oh, thank you, Max, and thank you, Katie, for letting me know you heard me. That's good. Okay, cool. So let's go to the main feed. This is the main feed here. This shows you all the active rooms that are happening at the moment. Some people call this the hallway. Shows you the active rooms, also show you Clubhouse clubs, scheduled rooms. And what you can do is you can actually click on these to join them, and you'll join them straight away. If, for example, you look at something and you think, oh, well, that's not really my cup of tea, if you just hold and click, you can then hide that room if you don't want to see that again. So that might be something you want to think of doing. I'll click on one of the rooms in a bit, but I'll want to make sure that the audio isn't coming through, because that would not be good. So you can join them that way. And when you go in the room, I'll share a little bit more about that in a bit. So search, first of all. If you click on the search icon there on the top left, you can then start to search for people. So I can, for example, search for people who do a lot of live video. So let's just put live video here. I can see Kim Garst is there at the top, and quite a few other people here that I don't necessarily know all of these people, but that's cool. So I can see that Mika Williams, multi-camera director. That sounds interesting. Live video production. So I might want to follow Micah. So that's cool. And so that's the search feature. And you can then also find more people and connect with people and conversations about particular topics there. The next thing is if you click on that, this is how you invite people. So the weird thing about Clubhouse is that they need to be contacts on your phone. You need to have their phone number. I'm not sure about email address, but you certainly need to have them there, because I think it is their phone number, because what happens is Clubhouse will send them an SMS, a text message, and to invite them to the platform. So that's how that works. Great. And then the next one is up and coming. So this is all the scheduled Clubhouse rooms that are happening. So I can see, what have we got here? We've got Real Talk Live, we've got Women's Hour, looking for podcast guests. So this is really interesting. I can click on these and ahead of time and join these, which is great. So that's up and coming for me. I can also search for other things like all up and coming, or my events as well. If I had anything scheduled there, then that would be a good way of doing it as well. Okay, cool. And then on the top right, I can actually schedule a room myself. So I can put the title in there. I can add a co-host, which is great. The date and time. More about clubs in a bit. And then obviously the description. Do make sure you put the description in there so that people know what you're on about in the room. Okay, let's go to my profile and then click on settings. So I've actually disabled notifications. I recommend disabling all notifications on pretty much all apps, unless you want to be completely overwhelmed. And I think I think notifications on Clubhouse can be overwhelming. But it's up to you what you want to do. I disable all of them. But this also allows you to connect and disconnect from Twitter and Instagram there as well. Cool. Okay, so a little bit more about the clubs and community side of things. So I'm just going to unshare that now. So actually, just before I do that, let's have a quick look at the comments here. So we've got Gaming V Lounge watching on YouTube saying hello. We've also got Evolving Sid TV saying, can you read YouTube comments, good sir? I am reading as many of the comments here as I can. I've maybe missed one from before. Have I missed one? So yes, you did read a comment, put a comment. Sorry, I missed this. The problem what I've faced during streaming from Restream is that I can't see my Facebook users chat in the Restream chat box. So yeah, that seems odd. So I can definitely see, Facebook people. I can see, for example, Katie and Max. They're all watching on Facebook, but perhaps you're talking about the overlay chat. So that's this thing, which I haven't used very much. So if you want to leave a comment, that's where it will appear on Facebook and YouTube and all those other ones. So it should work. I've not used this very much, but if you've got a problem with this, then perhaps if you contact the Restream team Evolving Sid TV, then maybe they can help you with that. But you should be able to see that. Now, there's a really cool new thing coming to Restream. One thing that I've been wanting Restream to do for ages, and that's if you broadcast to a group or Facebook group, the problem is because of the privacy settings with Facebook, Facebook doesn't send the name and the photo of that person back to the app that you use for streaming. And so you can't see the name and the person. You may have seen this before. It will say Facebook user. Well, that's no good if you can't see the name of the person. Well, this is awesome because Restream now gives people the ability to give their permission for you to see their name and photo. So you can just put a link in the description and then your audience can click on that and just give permission for Restream to use that information. So that is a really, really cool thing. I can't wait to be using that because as I say, I use Restream Studio for all of my live streams. Okay, so where are we with things? So yeah, clubs and communities. So clubs are special, well, they're special communities really. The communities on Clubhouse. To create one, you need to request it, but you need to have hosted at least one room per week. So that's maybe something for you to think about for future. Let's go back to sharing my screen. Hopefully you can see this okay. Cool. So how do you create a room? Well, you can schedule it as I showed you before. So by doing that, you just click on the little calendar, you click on the plus, and you can do it that way just by scheduling it. You can also choose the club, for example, so you can do it that way. The other option is just to click on the start room button at the bottom. So let me just click on that. And then you've got a number of different ways you can create the room. So you've got open, social, closed, and clubs as well, the two clubs at the bottom there. So open is you can start a room with anyone. Social is start a room with just your connections. And a closed room is starting a room with the people that you choose. And so I think if you're just starting off, maybe you want to start off with connections or just with people that you choose. And something that I'm thinking about doing after my live shows is to create a club, whether it's a Restream club or whether it's a Confident Live Marketing Club or something like that, where it's just we're in that community together. So that is really cool that you can do that. So what you'll want to do then is add a topic as well. So you want to give a description of what you're going to be talking about there as well. So that brings me on to the room, the actual layout of the room. And so let's just make sure that this is going to work. Okay, so hopefully you can still hear me okay. And I'm just going to check one thing because I want to make sure that if I join this room that you won't hear it. So I'm going to actually just have to mute this. Is that going to work? Okay, so it says up there at the top, heads up, sharing recordings without speaker's permission violates the community guidelines and will result in suspension. So obviously I'm not recording that, I'm not broadcasting this, I'm just showing you this. But you can see up here at the top, we've got all the speakers here. You can see the moderators are in green there at the top. And then if you go further down, we've got speakers. The speakers are, so by the way, this is the stage. These are all the people that can speak. Then you've got the speakers who are not on the stage, but these are people who have interacted with some of the speakers before. And then you've got everyone else in the room as well. So there's obviously a lot in this room. I'm just going to leave quietly. Oh, actually, before I do that, so you can leave the room. I can click the plus to ping other people into the room to let them know this is a really cool room. And I can also put my hand up if I want to say that I want to speak in the room like that. I'm just going to leave. So that is, so you can see what I mean by it's a little bit of a hierarchy here. You've got the stage, the important people, then you've got the speakers, and then you've got everyone else there at the bottom. But I think it's really, I want to bring on, talk about the etiquette here, which is really, really important, particularly if you're going to host your own room. So first thing is, if you do become a speaker, make sure that you mute yourself straight away. There are some cool things like if you want to give, if you want to clap somebody, if somebody said something that's really, really good, then if you're a speaker, you can tap the mute button off and on, and that just shows that you are, it's almost like you're clapping. But other things, if you are speaking, don't hog the room. Make sure that you ask questions as well as giving advice. Don't record your Clubhouse rooms because that goes against the terms. Be nice, be kind, and give value. And as a host, this is really important. You are actually the facilitator. It's your job to guide people, to make people feel welcome, to make people feel safe. And there are plenty of rooms on Clubhouse where if you're just joining, you can feel really, just really safe and gain your confidence that way. So don't treat the stage as a stage. Make everyone feel welcome. I think that's so, so important. So my question is, Clubhouse, are you going to join? Are you going to join it? Is it something that you think is going to be helpful to you in your business, if you have a business, or for other aspects of your life? Is it something that you're going to use, or is it something that you just want to run away from? Is it something that you're not interested? I'm definitely going to use it as part of my strategy. I'm going to use it in the ways that I mentioned. As part of my live streams, I want to build a community, and I want to, after I've gone live, go over to Clubhouse and just keep the conversation going. So why not do that? And I'd be love to know what you think about that. Is this something that you're going to be doing? Is this something that you're going to be using on your as part of your strategy, as part of your live video strategy, I'd love to know. But one of the great things about Clubhouse is the way it can really grow and build your community, not your community as well, but also your confidence as well. So if you're afraid of speaking in front of the camera, start off with audio only. There is Facebook Live audio on Android, but why not try the likes of Clubhouse and do it that way, and then build up towards getting your mindset in gear and talking about your topic, and get on stage and start talking. So if you just joined, this is the Go Live with Confidence show. This is all about how you can improve your mind, optimize your mindset, improve your confidence and communication in front of the camera. This is a relatively new show. Next week, I'm going to be joined by the fabulous Samantha Hearn, who does so many things, but she's an anxiety coach, and she's done a lot of that, and a life coach. And so she's going to help us get over the anxiety of live. And do check out last week when I had Adelaide Goodeve, who talked about mindset, how to optimize your mindset. So we talk about mindset on the show, but if you have any tech questions as well, I'm here to help you. I mean, I've been in the live streaming space for many years. I love tech as well, so we can help with that. Awesome. Well, I think that is it for today's show, unless there are any other comments today. Let me know if there are just before I finish. But just to let you know, this show goes live every single Tuesday, 5 p.m. in the UK. That's 12 noon Eastern time. What is it in Pacific? Let me just remind myself. I need to put this up. 9 a.m. Pacific as well. To let you know about myself, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. My name's Ian Answer-Gray. I run the Confident Live Marketing Academy. Do also check out my gear guide at iag.me/gear guide, as well as Restream. I share a lot of my favorite gear and tools and my setup, my studio setup. So that might be something of interest. And of course, do check out Restream. You can take it for a test drive. There is a free plan and some amazing paid plans as well. So you can take it for a test drive. There's a free trial as well. So just go to iag.me/Restream. It is an awesome platform. I can see Gary has put a comment in just before I finished. I know it's bad practice to promote your show on somebody else's group or forum, but we'd love to hear what you think is the best strategy for connecting with and attracting people from other networks and groups. That's a really good question. So it kind of, promoting your own stuff is not the best way of doing it. You know, it's kind of like going on a first date, and you're just really going, for the marriage proposal straight away. You need to woo people. You need to spend time with people, building that community. So what I would suggest that you do is, Gary, is to join other people's groups, get to know each other. The fact is we're getting to know each other, Gary. So I want to know more about you now. If you started off saying, well, I do this and I've got this business and that would put me off. But because we've started off just getting to know each other, then that's the best way. So go on a live show, watch other people's live shows, get involved with the comments, deliver, ask questions, deliver value to people, and join groups like Clubhouse to talk about your story. The great thing about that is that from that, the question will come, well, what is it that you do and you offer? And then you can then start to talk about business later. That will come. But you've got to start talking to people, not just within your industry, but outside of your industry. And I think that is one reason why I do like Clubhouse. So thank you, Gary. Yeah, apparently that's the perfect answer. I don't know if it's perfect, but it's certainly what I think about the whole thing. So thank you for that. Well, it is, we are out of time. I'm starting to lose my voice, which is not good. Something I help clients get over the losing their voice because I actually trained as a professional singer back in the day, classical singer. And so I've got loads of techniques in terms of warming up your voice as well. But I've been a bit of a hypocrite today and I've not done any of that. It's been a really, really busy week. So I will talk about how to warm up your voice and how that helps with confidence in a future show. But that is it for today. I I just really want to encourage you with your confidence and going live. And that's what this show is all about. It's about how you can improve your confidence. So as we end, just to say thank you so much for joining me today. It's been awesome. But I just want to encourage you to increase your confidence, improve your communication, and optimize your mindset so that you can go live with confidence. I'll see you next week. See you soon. Bye.
Thanks for watching the Go Live with Confidence show with Ian Anderson Gray, helping you get over the fear, improve your communication, and optimize your mindset so that you can go live with confidence. Check out Restream and take it for a test drive at iag.me/Restream. And until next time, toodaloo.